Hey there, everybody. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility. Got all sorts of new stuff coming up for you over the next few days and weeks. Here we have yet another archival release from the Allman Brothers camp, right? So, of course, we've seen plenty of them in recent months. They're coming out of the woodwork now, all these old recordings from the early days when both Duane Allman and Barry Oakley were alive, right? Of course, I drew a totally mind blank there for a minute. This particular one here from the Allman Brothers Band Recording Company. This is Down in Texas, 1971. So this is from the Austin Municipal Auditorium, September 28th, 1971, Austin, Texas. Pretty cool album cover there. You got to have the magic mushroom on the front, right? There is the track list. I'll be talking about all of them in a second. As we open this up, we've got a very cool shot of the band here. Classic shot. Got everybody there. The only one you really can't see. You can see him. There's J-Mo, right? It's kind of right in, J-Mo's right in the crease. So what do we got here? So here is the booklet. Okay. Some information on the show. Sorry for a little bit of glare here. And then on the back, we've got some other additional cool stuff. So here, of course, the lineup is Duane Allman, lead and slide guitars, Greg Allman, vocals, Hammond organ, Hammond B3 organ and piano. We've got Dickie Betts, lead guitar, Barry Oakley, bass guitar, J-Mo, drums and percussion, Butch Trucks, drums and timpani, with special guest Juicy Carter on saxophone and a whole bunch of tunes. Again, recorded September 28, 1971 at the Austin Municipal Auditorium in Austin, Texas. In addition to a bunch of tracks here, 9 of them as a matter of fact, you get a little interview with Barry and Duane, recorded for radio on the 6th of June, okay, which basically was before, obviously, this particular date. So what do we have here? So we've got pretty standard set list from most of the other live recordings from this period. So if you had, were able to see the Allman Brothers back in the day, nothing here is going to be too much of a surprise for you. We've got Statesboro Blues opening things up, leading into Trouble No More. Don't Keep Me Wondering is up next. Done Somebody Wrong, One Way Out, In Memory of Elizabeth Reed, which is incomplete. Weird how the last couple of these reissues that I've reviewed, that has been incomplete. It's only 6 minutes here. You got Stormy Monday, You Don't Love Me, which is about 15 minutes long, Hot Lana, and then the interview. So, you got No Whipping Post, okay, no Mountain Jams, a couple tracks that are not here, so this is incomplete. This is, I believe they said, if I remember correctly from reading this was an audience recording, okay? And, it's not great. I will say, out of all the ones I've heard in recent memories, this might be, as far from a audio quality perspective, might be one of the weaker ones. However, the performance is pretty spectacular, as you can imagine. And it's weird because it fluctuates throughout the recording. There are some songs where there's lots of drop-off, and you get some moments where, the audio completely drops out, then comes lurching back in. There's some moments where you're hearing Duane, but you're not hearing Dickie. There's some points where you're hearing lots of the saxophone. I mean, I still think it's weird from this period when they had Juicy joining them, that, hearing some of these songs with sax is a little jarring for me, because obviously, the studio records don't have sax, and if you grew up listening to the Fillmore album, there's no sax on there. So hearing saxophone through a lot of these songs is a little weird. In addition, on a couple tracks, Greg is playing a lot of piano, which is also a little strange to hear. But that being said, on the songs where the audio levels are decent and you get complete songs, there's some really good performances here. Both Dickie and Duane were completely on fire this night. Greg sounds amazing. The drums are excellent. I would say probably the standout tracks on here, One Way Out is terrific. Again, it's only 5 minutes long here. Done Somebody Wrong is like Don't Keep Me Wondering is good. Yeah, there's no Dreams on here either, which is kind of strange. But again, like I said, there's a lot missing. What else? You Don't Love Me is very, very cool. Stormy Monday is good. It's a little extended. It's almost 10 minutes long. But, the In Memory of Elizabeth Reed at 6 minutes, just when it's starting to cook, that's it. That's all you get. But yeah, hearing that kind of like squonking sax in places is just kind of strange for me. I know one of the other previous reissues also had a lot of that as well, right from the same time period. But like I've long said, any Allman Brothers archival live recordings from this time period are worthwhile. So even though this is not the greatest quality you're ever going to hear, there have been better ones. It's still really cool. September 1971. It's good to get anything with Duane before he passed. It's kind of the way to look at it. So if you're an Allman Brothers fanatic and completist, you either already have it or you're looking to get it, I would say get it. It's great to have for the collection. If you're someone who, not really into bootlegs and likes more pristine sound, or maybe just is perfectly happy with the Fillmore classic live record, right? You maybe don't need this, right? So I'll leave that up to you, right? So, but I think it's pretty cool. This is on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Coming up, lots more stuff coming up, so stay tuned for more new review shows here. And in addition, we've got coming up tonight, we have my brother joining us here on the channel. Rich Pardo is going to join me in a Dream Setlist show for Dream Theater. And then tomorrow we've got the big extravaganza, the last episode of the Dream Setlist shows here, because this is a March-only thing we're doing. I'm not saying I won't revisit this at some other time later on, but for now that's going to be it. So I've got a big one planned for you tomorrow, so stay tuned for the grand finale of Dream Setlist and all sorts of other stuff happening this week. So make sure you subscribe. If you like what you see, please consider making a donation via the Ko-Fi link below. We also get a lot of people emailing me, asking me, Pete, how can I get merchandise? We've had a merch page for like a year, and in every single video I do, there is the link to our merch page. So if you're interested in checking out our t-shirts and hats and swag and all that stuff, please go down and click on that and see what we got and order up some stuff. A lot of good quality on those. And otherwise, we'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.